Why do lawyers make the bad decisions they make? And that question can be asked of a banker, of an engineer, who decides during the course of designing a product to design out a safety device. Why? Why was that kind of decision made? And that has led me into an exploration of the effects of organizations on ethical decision-making. The story is the same story you hear repeated over and over and over again in organizations, and that is our boss told us we had to make the revenue and we had to get it out the door and back to the purchaser. And here's the moral lesson from that story. It's the moral lesson, it's the legal lesson, it's the ethical lesson. When I would ask somebody about Joe, do you know Joe? The response I inevitably got was, he's a great guy. He's a wonderful person. He's a deacon in our church. He's a dad. He works with our athletic teams. But would you believe Joe? Oh, I would believe anything he told me. I trust him immensely. I trust him with my children. That's the consistent response I got from people who knew Joe and Joe's friend in quality control. These were the same guys that falsified the yellow tags and put the lives of other children and other families in jeopardy because of the profit motive. But if you get into an organization and you let things affect you in that organization, you're going to make bad choices. If the goal is all that counts, that's the kind of person who's going to cross the line ethically. If all that matters to you is the task and getting it done, you're in a danger zone. But think about, I know how to make an ethical decision, but am I going to do it? That's the key point. Every day for each of us has to be viewed as a personal ethical journey. Don't obsess over it. Be comfortable with it. But if we don't think about it, in organizations, if they don't talk about it, part of ethics is dialogue. Part of ethics is talking about this stuff. If law firms don't talk about it, if businesses don't talk about it, if they've got a plaque on the wall that's their ethical code but they never mention it after that, if they don't instruct on it, if they don't make it a part of the organizational character, it does no good. And the pressures that I've talked about today are the pressures that are going to intercede on you and other people in your organization. And you will make bad decisions. You may think you're making right decisions, but you may very well make bad decisions unless we keep these kind of pressures in front of us and we're aware of them. But I hope I've given you a sense of at least why I ask the question in ethics. And I don't have the rules and the hypotheticals up on the wall. Why I ask the question, why? Why did these things take place? Because if we don't think about them, they replicate time after time after time. The question why in ethics, to me, is the central key question. And it's the concept with which I want to leave you today. Ask the question why. When you make a decision, ask yourself, why did I make that decision? What prompted me to go that direction? Now you can live in history all your life, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about genuinely thinking about these issues.